Hi, my name is Christopher Lamakwahu with the Gila River Communications and Public Affairs Office, coming to you from the Gila River Peepash Wetlands. Let's take a look and see what the Department of Environmental Quality is doing out here today. For years, the Peepash Wetlands have been the home to many plants and animals native to the community. The Department of Environmental Quality has been instrumental in reviving the wetlands through years of restoration work by reintroducing native vegetation to the area. Aquatic scientist Charles Enos with the Department of Environmental Quality shares with us about what it takes to bring the wetlands back to its natural state.
The department's been working with the wetlands for about 15 years, and it's the Peepash Wetlands is one of the last remaining riparian wetland systems on the community. Last couple of years we have wolfberry, we have desert willow, we planted coyote willow up there in certain areas, we planted brittle bush, Gooding's willow, and a lot of mesquites. The palo verdes we planted, the yellow palo verde, the blue palo verde, all the way up and down the riparian area, so we did a lot of revegetation. I go to the district for everything we're doing out here and get their approval because this is their land, you know, and this is their wetlands, really. And in 2010, I believe it was, we went to District 7 here, and we got a letter of approval from them to put this wetlands in an environmental easement with the approval of the district and council and NRC and CRC. That's a protection measure to keep the wetlands going and hopefully free from development and other impacts. And I believe it's the only environmental easement that we have on the community, and I'd like to see a lot more environmental easements.
The wetlands acts as a filtering system for the water and soil that allows native plants like the cottonwood and mesquite to grow and for the local wildlife to call the area home.
Down the channel here a little ways is some cottonwoods we planted last year, and they're about almost 20-25 feet tall. So this is one we did this year, and we had to soak the cottonwood poles. And what this does, the cottonwood poles have a lot of hormones in them, and in dormancy they hold those hormones in the poles here, and when you stick them in the water for a little while, because they're riparian wetland plants, the hormones kick in, and then you stick them in the ground and they start sprouting roots and start budding out. Everything's guided by nature, and every February they bud out.
Before the planting of cottonwoods, salt cedar, better known as tamarisk, which are invasive to the local environment and riparian habitats, must be removed. Tamarisks use the local water supply and make the soil unfriendly to native plants.
The community, when the rivers flowed, used to have a lot of riparian cottonwood, willow, gallery forest, and the habitat, which 80 to 90% of the wildlife in the desert are attracted to these areas and breed and live in these areas. And we have eagles, we have ducks down here, and we have all kinds of different species of birds, and we have fish in here.
Under the careful eye of volunteer nest watchers and tribal rangers, a pair of bald eagles have taken up residence and are nesting over a pair of eggs.
Since 2010, we have fledged out 8 eagles from the Peepash Wetlands site. So we have nest watchers out here watching the eagles, and we do all the, hopefully take all the measures to keep them protected out here. And in my estimation, we've been pretty successful. 8 eagles out of here is pretty good.
It is highly recommended that visitors contact DEQ before traveling to the area and to keep a distance of 1,000 feet away from the eagle's nest. These procedures will help maintain the safety and survival of the bald eagles and other wildlife in the area. DEQ is in the process of developing a wildlife and ecosystem management program and will be collecting data on wildlife in the community. The information will be utilized to develop a long-term management strategy to protect and conserve the natural habitats and wildlife that are important to the community. This is Christopher Lamakwahu with the Communications and Public Affairs Office. I hope you enjoyed this segment of the Peepash Wetlands. Thank you and have a good day.